My name is Robert Brafford. I'm playing Stewart Minor in this play, who is playing Dracula in his play. I've lived in Charlotte almost my entire life, but this is my first work with Starving Artist Productions. I've done some work with Cast and Citizens of the Universe, but I'm really excited to be working with Starving Artist. This is a really exciting play, and getting to actually work with the writer has been pretty exciting. It's just kind of nice to know you're doing your part to actually help somebody else's work get realized in a way that hopefully they kind of enjoy. Working with this cast has been quite a treat. It's been a while since I worked with a cast where I didn't know anybody beforehand going in, but after the first read through, where we're all cracking each other up over the script, just trying out the different voices and the different reads of each line, it's such a great bonding moment that hasn't really let up since. There's just such a great comic energy to everything, to the point that it's hard not to crack up in rehearsal sometimes. It's good that we have a very strong director, because otherwise I'm not sure we would do anything but just like sitting around, just reading our favorite lines and splitting each other's sides. What makes me laugh? In high school I discovered Mystery Science Theater 3000, and that was always one of my favorite shows, just comedians kind of picking on these really cheesy, really bad movies and making fun of them. And something I see a lot of in this play, because it's very much about how something like that an audience is walking into would see as kind of a disaster, but how that comes to be, like how people are putting this thing together, and just the decisions and the creative energy that's just so well intentioned, but just so often pointed in the wrong direction, or just so misconceived. And so it's very much like the kind of play that, if this play existed, I would absolutely go see it, and I would tell my friends to go see it, just because it's just, sometimes disasters and train wrecks can be more entertaining than like Shakespeare. I've always kind of wanted to play Dracula, or Dracula as we call him in this play, and this is a great little compromise, because I'm playing an actor who's trying his best to give a very earnest, very horror, macabre portrayal of the Count, but as a director kind of pushes him in some other ways he wasn't quite expecting. But it's still fun, because you get to play, the monster, you get to play the looming cape and the fangs, a lot of the theatricality and the grandiosity. But at the same time, there's just a hamminess and an over the top that, might not work in a dramatic performance, but just, blends right in with the energy of this play. So it's a great to play Dracula and not quite playing Dracula at the same time has been a real treat. Audiences should come see this play, partly because it's hilarious. It's just a funny show, almost from start to finish. It's a play about theater, and for members of the audience who have been in theater, who have worked in theater, and have been on a show where there's one person with a vision that is so powerful and so driven that nobody else can see, I'm sure it's going to be a very familiar and very entertaining experience. It's also just very valuable to support locally produced art. That this was written by a local artist, and so it's very much a Charlotte or North Carolina grown production. There's a lot of local flavor in the characters and the cast.